So, what exactly is Twitter? You're probably familiar with Twitter already, and maybe you're already tweeting and retweeting and hashtagging, or maybe all of those words sound like a code language to you. Even if you're on Twitter, for a few minutes, throw out everything you know, and let's start at the beginning, and look at Twitter as if it's 2009 and most people still don't know what a selfie is. This is Twitter. Twitter is a website for microblogging, which is similar to blogging, but as the name suggests, it's more micro. It's smaller blogging. This is a tweet. Each tweet is limited to 140 characters or less, including spaces. It's not very long at all, but I'll explain why this is actually a good thing and something that could change how your entire marketing plan is structured. The idea of Twitter is you post in shorter pieces, but a lot more often. Traditional blogging takes a lot of time and construction, but microblogging is all about the now. It's up to date. It's in the moment. Twitter is shown as a constantly updating timeline of current events. When you're on Twitter, it's like your company is next door to your potential customer's house. And when they look outside, they see a new sign in your window every time, telling them about the latest sale or with a new eye-catching display. They aren't actually inside the store yet, but they're noticing you a lot and becoming familiar with you. A question I get asked a lot is, why should you join Twitter? If you're going to focus on reaching customers or clients or new fans, shouldn't you just send them straight to your website where you can write far more than 140 characters? Online marketing is all about hits. To get traffic, you need to get people's attention so they visit your site. A huge bulk of traffic works if you just need views. But if you're selling a service, products, music, games, books, anything that needs to be sold or requires interaction, traffic is worthless if you don't have the visitor prepared before they even get there. Think of it this way. When I eat at Taco Bell, I've already been prepared for that sale by advertisements, photos, brightly colored buildings, and all of these subconscious messages telling me, when you are hungry, you should pay Taco Bell to fix it. People rarely go inside a Taco Bell, look around, and then just not buy. They've already been convinced before they even get there. Now think of your website. A customer should be 90% convinced that they want to buy from you before they even get to your website. Your website is the closer. Social media is your pitchman. Every single person and company on earth is competing for attention because no matter how much someone is bombarded with ads and colors, they can only pay attention to one thing at a time. They don't read entire website pages. They glance down the pages for things that catch their eye. Online, you have a split second before a potential customer makes a judgment about you. Are you just another boring company who wants their money, or are you worth their attention for a few more seconds? Because you're judged in such an instantaneous amount of time, if you try to pitch them in any of the traditional ways, they'll disappear before you get 5 words out. It's up to you to get their attention before they even have the chance to ignore you. And that's the magic of Twitter. Limiting you to 140 characters forces you to condense your message in an effective way. People don't need 100 pieces of information in this moment. They can only process one. Each tweet you post is one piece of information. It's not overwhelming to the reader, so they don't feel like they're being advertised to. And because tweets are so short, it's expected for you to post a few of them throughout the day, whereas longer forms like email marketing will go to spam if they're sent too often. Now for a few minutes, we're going to travel ahead in time. I'm not supposed to teach you this part yet, so if you don't understand all of the terms, don't worry, we'll go much deeper in the next few videos. There are a few words you should always remember when using online marketing. I call them the 4 S's of social media. Short, subtle, shareable, steady. These words apply to every social media website. It's why, even though in my opinion YouTube is the strongest platform for online marketing, I teach my Twitter secrets first. The perfect Twitter account embodies all of the 4 S's. Each tweet is 140 characters or less. It doesn't read or feel like an ad, but still gets the message across. They post a few new tweets every day. And since the tweets are entertaining or informative, people happily share them with their friends. A personal recommendation about you that costs $0. The first step to making money on Twitter is to stop thinking about making money on Twitter. Start thinking, how can I connect with people and become a part of their lives so they realize on their own that they need what I have to offer? Let's say you're a real estate agent in Florida. If your tweets are all about deals and new properties and sign up for my list for this free ebook, you're talking to an empty room. People just block you out because you obviously just want their money. But what if your Twitter account was all about beautiful Florida homes? Every day you'd post 1 or 2 tweets with photos of beautiful houses in Florida. You'd carefully pick the most stunning photos and share them with your followers without telling them the price. Because there's no price and no pitch, it doesn't look like an advertisement for you. But behind the scenes, when they click to see the price out of curiosity, suddenly, they're on your website. Short, subtle, shareable, steady. People who don't even need houses in Florida will follow you to see the photos, until the day comes that they do need a house in Florida or know someone who does. Then who are they going to think of first? You don't need to convince someone to buy if they convince themselves. It's all about how much you're a part of their daily lives. If you buy a giant billboard in a huge city, people will see it and forget it when they drive by. But if you buy a row of 10 smaller billboards and line them all up down the same street, people will have no choice but to notice them, even with the bigger billboards all around. You're occupying more of their attention with less space. By connecting with your customers online and letting them get to know you, you're no longer a faceless company, you're another human being that they're really starting to like.